Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today we have an action-packed video, a ton of stuff to talk about. First of all, we'll talk about Stuart Alderoty over at Ripple, who's basically given some praise to a senator who is coming in and asking for some better crypto regulations. And one fun fact is he's asking the people to help out. Then we'll also give a small update on the Ripple v SEC lawsuit before quickly going into some Cardano SEC news, moving over into a Metamask planned launch of a token, and then going over into Cardano/Binance. It's going to be really freaking interesting. Alright, so first of all, Stuart Alderoty said, hats off to Senator Toomey for asking for ideas from the industry and legislators on how to provide clarity for crypto and blockchain tech over in the United States. Hoping to see a continued congressional push for an approach that fosters innovation while also protecting consumers. And here we can see that Senator Toomey calls for suggestions on US crypto legislation. And the difference here is, guys, the key difference here is that even though it's just another regulator, it's just another senator, well, he is taking the best possible approach that any of these guys could have, which is ask ideas or ask for help or advice on things you don't know that much about. This guy is really making me happy, purely on the fact that he's asking for better ideas on how to make this stuff better by the people who know it, by the people who know what needs to happen. In all my days, am I liking that? So this guy, Stuart Alderoty over at Ripple, giving him some praise is definitely deserved. This is a senator that is to my liking. Then, as I've explained before, Ripple defendants have filed a motion to compel the SEC to produce documents showing whether the SEC employees were permitted to trade XRP and other digital assets, and basically when that stuff all changed. Now, hopefully you watched my live stream, but if you didn't, the long story short right here is that Ripple is trying to figure out when exactly the rules changed regarding whether or not SEC members could trade it, and whether or not there was something said about XRP's trading, and whether they were allowed to hold and all that type of stuff, like that little area right now. And there's actually a couple of critical points right there, because Ripple's also wondering, did that attitude change after after William Hinman's speech? And, basically what are all these time slots like, and what happened when, all that type of stuff. And to be honest with you, it's a really fair request, and I firmly believe that Ripple's going to get this one granted because of, well, everything that's happened over the last couple of days. But James Fillon actually came in a little bit later to say this. The court has given the SEC until September 3rd to respond to this defendant's motion to compel regarding whether SEC employees were permitted to trade XRP and other digital assets. It was a text-only order, meaning no separate written order was filed, which basically means a couple of days from now, we'll see a response, maybe even sooner than the 3rd of September, we don't know, on whether or not they were allowed to trade. Or I don't actually think so, because Ripple wants a motion to compel, so they're basically asking for information to be handed over. I think the SEC is going to say, no, we don't think you deserve any of this type of stuff because it is not relevant, as that is also what their initial response was when Ripple was actually owed these documents a couple of months ago already. So I firmly believe they're not going to oblige by all of this, since, guys, don't forget this. This is a key fact. Ripple and the SEC meet like 2-3 times a week. All right, and if they're ever having an issue, they most likely already try to talk it out, but they can't come to a conclusion, which is why they have to involve the court, which is what's happening right now. And then, guys, let me quickly say two things. One, make sure you check out Bybit. A link is down below. It is the exchange that I, the Dusty BC, am personally using every single day. All right, and if you're seeing a trade on my channel, you'll almost be certain that it's on Bybit, because that's the exchange I use. And no, you can't use it in the United States, which is annoying. You might figure out a way. I've heard there are a couple of ways out there to do it. You might just want to check that out for yourself on the interwebs. But yeah, I'm using it. Works like a charm. And as I've said before, guys, we're also going to be doing a 3,000 XP giveaway. A lot of you guys also asked if we have a Discord. Yes, there's actually 2 Discords, right? But make sure you check this one out. A link is down below. It is the official XRP/crypto community. Just check it out. It's pretty cool. There used to be a lot more people in there, but we kind of purged a lot of the inactive people a little while ago. So maybe you even got deleted. You might not be banned though. So come check it out yet again. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. All right. By the way, guys, make sure you press the like button if you are enjoying these daily crypto videos because it helps out the channel a tremendous amount. Now, yesterday, I talked about Cardano's CoinFirm partnership, and it was basically a way for Cardano to become properly AML, anti-money laundering compliant. Now, Charles Hoskinson has received a lot of criticism for it, as I also showed some criticism. Charles Hoskinson has, however, responded to the criticism over Cardano's CoinFirm partnership, and it reads, Wise Crypto, the subsidiary of financial ratings firm Wise Ratings, slammed Cardano's partnership with CoinFirm, describing it as a bad move all around. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson has responded to criticism over this partnership, saying it was necessary for the adoption of ADA, which of course I can also understand. Now, the Cardano Foundation announced its partnership with this company, which will see CoinFirm's analytics being utilized to ensure compliance with frameworks such as the 6th Anti-Money Laundering Directive and Financial Action Task Force guidelines. Quote, the tools and services provided by CoinFirm enables every exchange custodian and other third parties to clearly track the history of ADA held in their wallet, the announcement read. Not everyone welcomed the move, however, and on Thursday, Wise Crypto, the subsidiary of Wise Ratings, criticized it vociferously, via a thread on Twitter, describing it as a bad move, saying, the excessive regulation is how the banking system was choked to death. With this announcement, it would seem ADA is proudly announcing they want to follow in their footsteps, which is obviously a really difficult way off, right? Because see it from this perspective. If Cardano did this move, they become a little bit more centralized, a little bit more regulated, which you might see as bad because it's not that true to the initial core of crypto. Then again, for ADA to reach this main adoption, which some people are hoping for, and to work with all those major governments and companies, well, they just need this anti-money laundering to be dealt with, basically. And this is one of the easiest ways to tick off a couple of boxes. So it's a difficult way off between decentralization and true crypto, or adoption and potentially a higher price because of it. Now, Wise Crypto appeared to be quite irritated with Cardano's move towards this regulatory compliance, as it asserted that it is now close to becoming a censorship-prone, politicized, and manipulated network. If you're going to go down this route, there are far better tools for the job. Facebook's DM, CBDCs, and other networks, they'll spring up, the post read. Now, let's quickly check it out right here, because it was an interesting debate. It was a pretty heated battle. Now, they said, so Cardano curators decided to advance regulatory compliance of ADA token, partnering with CoinFirm, provider of AML analytics. Bad move all around, disappointing. Here's why. The excessive regulation is how the banking system was destroyed, and ADA is following the footsteps. While still a free and decentralized network, this brings Cardano closer to becoming a censorship-prone, politicized, and manipulated network. If you're going down this route, there are far better tools for doing the job. Facebook's DM, CBDCs, and the networks, they'll spring right up. The whole point is to build a new financial and economic layer, free from the control and repression of those who have brought our economic, or the world economic, to the brink of total failure, able to be sustained only by excessive and aggressive centrally planned intervention, and this move is the exact opposite of that. Point being here, well, it's more of a step towards traditional finance, right? The only problem here is that it kind of feels as if Wise is doing some money laundering, which is why they're not liking this, because otherwise I don't really get why they're so against it. I know it's not true against the sense of crypto, but I mean, logically speaking, almost every crypto is going to go down this path eventually, so it's not that strange to me. And theoretically speaking, the Cardano Foundation didn't have to work with them to still kind of, CoinFirm to still be able to track almost everything. So it's not really that big a deal in my opinion. And then, is Metamask planning to launch a native token? I found an interesting discussion. There have been a lot of speculatory pieces over there, but apparently there's no official thing mentioned just quite yet. It's a rumor going around right now that they are looking to get one going, and it's because the senior software engineer and a couple of others have said it would be very beneficial for them to do it. So at least I couldn't see that it's been officially announced that they're going to go for one. I just know that they've said it's highly beneficial and that having a token like that would be very nice for them. It's just something that I would buy personally. Again, not an advertisement at all. You do whatever the freak you want. I am saying I would personally buy it, I think, if I got the chance to. Right now, if you guys know a way to get into an early sale, this type of stuff, I would also definitely buy. Just quickly letting you guys know. And then Binance to put Cardano wallet on maintenance on August 31st. It's pretty funny. Interesting. Why? No idea, but it's happening. There's wallet maintenance for it. I guess in preparation of September 12th, maybe for ADA. Could definitely be so. Then, once more, we'll talk about this specifically a little bit later, about what exactly is going to happen to the XP price August 31st, or at least my expectation. And guys, make sure you understand that there's going to be more and more countries who are going to try and get you away from crypto because of their own CBDC. Right now, it is primarily China, who's really anti-crypto for their own CBDC. But eventually, there'll be a ton of countries who are going to be really anti-crypto, really anti-Bitcoin, purely so you're going to have to kind of use their CBDC. So be prepared for it. It's going to be a facade, it's going to be a short-term thing, but be prepared that stuff like that might pop up. Alright guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today.